What's up guys, Drake here for Channel 5 TGN Sports and bring you coverage of the London 2012 Olympic Games day number 3. Right, there's a lot of exciting things happening today guys. World records are falling, medals have been going left, right and center. Let's get started with the medals. Right now at the top of the leaderboard is China. They are leading with 7 gold medals, followed closely by the United States, who's got 3 gold medals. Then they've got all with 2 medals is Italy. You got Italy, you got France, Republic of Korea, Democratic Republic of Korea and Kazakhstan all trailing with 2 gold medals. Righto, so what's going to happen right now is we're going to have this episodes in 3 stages maybe for today, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring you all the news we can from A to Z. So basically what's happened is the first episode, which is this one here, is going to be basically A, archery and so forth, down the alphabetical order up to about C, which is cycling. All the latest news about that right here on Channel 5 TGN Sports. After that we're going to bring you another video today, which will be the alphabetical order lower down from there on and so forth, trying to cover as much of this amazing events and info and cover as much info for you guys in the amount of time we have. Righto guys, let's start right into the news, shall we? Right guys, and let's jump straight into archery. The Republic of Korea maintained their remarkable record in the women's team archery, winning the 7th consecutive Olympic gold at Lord's Cricket Ground. They have triumphed at every competition in every game since it was added to the schedule in Seoul in 1988, and extend that proud tradition at London 2012. Right, straight to athletics. Great Britain's runner Paul Radcliffe has had to withdraw from London 2012 marathon because of an injury. The 37-year-old world record holder had to pull out after a foot problem flared up again. Sorry about that. UK athlete said in a statement after a fitness test on Sunday it was concluded that she would not be able to race competitively to the best of her abilities. Radcliffe said from the day when it was announced that London had won the bid, taking part, performing well in London Olympic Games was a major goal in her life. We'll get well soon, lady. Okay, next one. Right guys, still in athletics, Italy's Schwazer has had to give up his quest to win both the 20km and the 50km race walk titles. Schwazer was pulled out of the men's 20km event in order to concentrate on defending his Olympic 50km title. He made that decision after suffering a bout of flu which had prevented him from training for 3 days. Righto, next one. Right guys, and still in athletics, Italian Antonita Di Martino has been forced to withdraw from the high jump competition due to another injury. The 34-year-old and the World Championship bronze medalist underwent surgery on the knee. On her knee problem in Rome on Wednesday. The Italian Athletic Federation confirmed Di Martino originally suffered the injury to her left knee at training camp in Tenerife in April. The operation was a success, but a recovery is expected to take more than 3 to 4 months. Get well as well. On the Jamaican side, sprinter Asaf Powell is pumped up from his last chance to make an impact on the Olympic stage. The 29-year-old former 100-meter world record holder has clocked 9.85 this season is a medal contender. Even if he is firmly number 3 in the Jamaican team, Powell has been overshadowed by Usain Bolt and Johan Blake. Still on the Jamaican side, Jamaican trap team Dr. Winston Dawes expected Usain Bolt to be in prime shape to defeat his Olympic title in London 2012. Despite recent injuries, Davi is confident world record holder Bolt will be in peak condition as he attempts to retain both individual titles and help Jamaica keep the 4th-time 100-meter crown. That is good. 4 times 100-meter crown. Next one. The big guns in the women's single entered action for the first time on the 3rd morning of Badminton competition in London 2012. There was little trouble to either top seed as Chinese pair Wang Yihong and Wang Jing both enjoyed comfortable wins to reach the last 16. Top seed Wang Yihong saw off Canadian Michael Lee, winning 21-8, 21-16 in 41 minutes. Chang Hin was even more impressive, ending the campaign of America's Wang Renee in 21-8, 21-6 win inside 27 minutes. Still in badminton, the Chinese third seed Chang Yung long survived the fight back by Thailand's Pasono Bunsak to claim his place in the last 16 of the men's singles. Chan prevailed 21-12, 21-17 at Wembley Arena, but the scoreline did not reflect world number 22 Pasono's effort in a compelling 52-minute encounter. Pasono led 15-10, 17-6 the second game as he pressed to take the contest into a decider, and Chang hit back and won 5 successive points to settle the match. Right guys, and on to basketball. China continued their impressive start in Group A of the women's basketball tournament as they cruised to an 83-58 victory over Croatia. Having upset world number 1 for Czech Republic 66-57 in their opening game, the Asian champions recorded a more straightforward victory this time as they took a double-digit lead early in the second half and kept building on it. Still on basketball, the major players in men's international basketball all enjoyed routine wins in Day 2 of London 2012. While Nigeria held to a win an exciting contest with Tunisia, Brazil held off Australia to open the Group B campaign with a narrow 75-71 win. Patty Mills did his best to keep the Boomers in touch, finishing with 18 points, but Brazil's big men proved more than Australia could actually handle. Right guys, in boxing, Californian teenager Jose Ramirez scraped past Frenchman Rachid Azedine to maintain the USA's fine start to the London's 2012 boxing champion competition with victory in his opening bout in the lightweight division. Frenchman Alexis Vastin won his first round bout in the welterweight division 16-12 against Germany's Patrick Wojcicki on an action-packed day of boxing. US teenager Joseph Diaz Jr. booked a last 16 bout against Cuba's reigning world champion Lazaro Alvarez Estrada with a sleek performance in his bantamweight preliminary bout at the XL. Right guys, on to canoeing. Frenchman Tony Estaguet qualified comfortably for Wednesday's semi-final of the men's C1 competition, finishing 7th with a time of 93.24. The heat was won by Beijing's gold medalist Michael Martican. The opening races of the canoe slalom were set to get on the way, with 2 British men hopefully set home for glory. World number 1 David Florence leads the charge in the C1 heats. The 21-year-old from Aberdeen is last down the purpose-built whitewater course at Lee Valley and one of the favourites. London's 2012 received excellent feedback from both athletes and International Canoe Federation following the recent canoe sprint test event at Eton Dorney. The London Canoe Sprint Invitational International was the first international canoe sprint regatta to take place in Britain for more than 30 years. Right guys, now this is something, the BMX track, and yeah, there is BMX in the Olympic Games. Believe it or not, having made its debut at Beijing 2008 Games, the fast and furious sport of BMX makes its Super Olympic appearance at London's 2012 Games and is the most recent discipline to have been added to the program. BMX and bicycle motocross began to take off the late 1960s in California, around the time that the motocross became popular in US. Motorized sport was the inspiration of the pedal-powered version and the breathtaking spectacle that since became popular all over the world. So guys, BMX racing is in the Olympic Games. Right guys, and still on bicycles, the London 2012 Organisational Committee LOCOG today announced improvements and alterations to the mountain bike venue at Headley Farm in Essex. Following the mountain bike trial and test events in last July, based on the feedback from riders and the International Federation, several changes have been made to the course. So there's going to be some very interesting events on that one. Right guys, and still on cycling, Switzerland's Fabian Cancellara is confident of lining up his defense of his individual time trial title on Wednesday as he recovers from a crash during Saturday's road race. The four-time world champion, trial champion tumbled on the right-hand corner in the final stage of the road race while in the leading group, but avoided breaking any bones. Right guys, this is the end of episode number 1. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple of hours with the next one. This was Drake for Channel 5 TGN Sports, and we'll be covering the whole Olympic Games for you guys right here on TGN. Leave comments, let's discuss some of the events if you want to. I'll see you guys back in a couple of hours. Righto, this was Drake for Channel 5 TGN Sports. Over and out.